Most musicians work 80 hours a week and they're still broke. Meanwhile, there's some guy with half of your talent that's making 10 times what you do. And the difference is leverage. You're selling the wrong thing, you're climbing the wrong ladder, and you're using your most expensive resource, your time, to build someone else's empire. Today, I'm going to break down the 3 levels of leverage for musicians and why 99% of us are stuck on level 1, wondering why nothing's working. Let me borrow from Naval Ravikant for a second. Leverage is how you multiply your output without multiplying your input. It's the difference between digging a hole with a spoon and digging a hole with an excavator. You can get the same hole, just the effort is wildly different. In traditional business, there's 3 types of leverage. Labor, which is other people's time, capital, which is other people's money, and the third is code and media, which are products that can scale infinitely. For us musicians, it translates to 3 levels. And most of us are stuck on the leverage level with the worst return on investment. You, as a musician, are trading your most valuable, non-renewable resource for the smallest possible income. Let me show you what I mean. Let's start with where most musicians begin and why this is the worst leverage play in existence. You make a track and you upload it to streaming services, to Spotify and whatever. You promote it, people stream it, and congratulations, you made 0.0003 dollars, I think, on a stream. If you do the math to get $1,000 for a track you worked hours on, if you do the math to make $1,000 from streaming, you need 330,000 streams on one track, which is still not really the case, but never mind. Now, what did you invest to make those streams? It took you dozens of hours to make the track and to mix it. Then you paid for mastering, you paid for artwork, and you spent hours promoting it on social media and streaming services, maybe paid for some ads, and to not talk about the countless hours that got you to the point where you can actually release a professional track. Now, I know there's album sales and digital downloads, and this might be even worse. The market for people that are actually buying music is shrinking every day. Even if you sell a lot and you make hundreds of dollars, the equation still holds that the amount of time that you put in compared to the amount of money that you brought from that time doesn't add up. You have almost zero leverage. Every track you make requires time to create it, time to promote it, emotional capacity to make the art that you want to see in the world, brain capacity to get yourself to get there and finish that track, which we all know is one of the hardest parts. And to not even talk about the time it'll take to build the audience that will actually listen to the track and hopefully will buy some of them. And the payout for this is the lowest leverage play in the book of the music industry. You're getting the smallest possible return. And I know you just love making music. It's not about the money. I get it. I'm the same. But if music is your life's work, and you want to do it for the next 20, 30 years, you need to understand how leverage works. Making music is essential, but selling music as your primary product is a losing game. So what's the next level? Where does leverage actually start to show up in the music industry? Live shows is where most successful musicians actually make their money. At some point in your career, you're gonna go and play a festival for $2,000 for 90 minutes of your time, which is probably more like an evening because you had to get there, you have to go out of there. But you had a good time, play your music to a bunch of strangers, fans, your community, and you get to play your music exactly where you want to play it. This is the thing you dreamed of. You're still trading time for money, but the rate is 100 times better. You can make in one weekend what you make in a year of streaming. And all the benefits of direct connection with the fans, building your brand and credibility, being able to promote you playing a show, the experience itself that fuels you and your creativity to go back to the studio and make more music, and the networking with other artists and promoters from all over the world. I love playing shows. When you get a good drop, when you got a few woos, just like you imagine it when you wrote it in the studio, it's the best feeling in the freaking world. All of those things are why the traditional career path for musicians focuses on touring. You make music, release it on a label, tour the album, release music, tour the album, release music, tour the album. You tour nationally, then you tour internationally, start headlining festivals, and opportunities will become bigger and bigger, better and better, the more you put yourself out there. The more you climb, the bigger the fee. It's great. But here's the problem. You're still trading time for money. You can only play so many shows per year. You're traveling constantly. You're away from your family. You're living out of hotels and airports, and in a way, you're still a part of an industry. You are funneled into the way the industry works, and you play the rules of the industry. When touring stops, income stops. Within the model of playing shows, there is a lot of leverage. Some you can control and some that you can control. Your booking agent, your management team, the production team of the festivals, the shows, the promoters, the people that actually book you, their marketing budget. All of this is capital leverage and labor leverage. And it's actually very smart leverage that works for you. You get to meet all these people that maybe came there just because they liked the festival, not because they knew you. And there's a bit of reciprocity. And there's a back and forth of leverage when you start to play this game in the industry. As you get bigger and your brand becomes bigger, you can build leverage for those shows, for those festivals as well. You can help your booking agent reputation by being a legend every time you go to a festival, and add to your label's brand value by getting good music out there when you go and play the shows. You're participating in the leverage of the system. Within this scale, you actually build a career within the industry. You didn't build a business that's a standalone. Shows are amazing, they're fun, they're good for your soul, they're a part of most of our dreams. But if shows are your only leverage, you're still limited to time and access. And to not talk about the fact that maybe, just maybe, you build this time and in the end you wouldn't even really like to play shows because you want to stay with your family or whatever it is. So what is the highest leverage play? The one that actually lets you build a permissionless business. In my opinion, that's where everything changes. That's where you get access to code and media. When you build something that can actually scale infinitely without adding a lot of cost. You create it once, and it generates value forever. And every person that comes can cost you almost nothing to require them as a customer. This is how software companies grow. You build an app and sell it for millions. This is how books work. You write it once and you sell it forever. This is how digital courses work. You record it once and you sell thousands of it. This is how the creator economy can work for musicians. This is why I think you should make a one-person music business out of yourself. Let me break it down. If I would have a creator economy leverage stack, it would look something like this. Your music actually becomes like market. You have all these platforms that other creators in the creator economy don't have. All the streaming platforms. If someone discovers your music on Spotify or SoundCloud and they vibe with it, they want more, they go to your Instagram, they go to your YouTube, your Facebook. And those are people that if they like you and your brand, might join your newsletter. Your content actually becomes your audience build, which in a way it's infinite. You share your process, you teach what you know, you document your journey, and you give value within these platforms so whenever someone comes, they would like to come back. Every piece of content you create can work for you forever. If you made a YouTube video 2 years ago, it can still blow up 2 years after. It can still be attracting people without additional effort. This is media leverage. You create it once and it works infinitely. So go share more on social media. That's where the media is. This is your marketing channel. Be a good brand. Go and share value with other creators, with other fans, with your community. Give them a reason to stick around and to come back. You have this free tool that can reach anyone in the world where you can market yourself, your free products you can sell. And those products will become your income, which is also infinite leverage. All those presets you made over the years, package them up and sell it for a few bucks. After that, sell some sample packs, raise the price a bit. See if you can start stacking value from years of you sharpening your skill and creating your own sound to the point where you can stack it so much that your products will be an easy yes for everyone that's coming to your brand, no matter where they are in the journey. Build courses, cohorts, masterclasses, whatever it is, record it, put it online, create them once and sell forever. And that community that keeps coming to your brand from wherever you are in the media world becomes your ecosystem. People don't just buy your product, they join your world. Get them on an email list, maybe you can get them on a membership, get them to be a part of the community. You don't have to monetize your community. You can have a free community where you can share freely, getting more and more people entering the world that you offer. When you have a strong community, people start helping each other. You just facilitated that community. Hopefully you can give that to people down the line. Now, I assume that most of you guys are thinking, I don't want to become a course creator. I want to be an artist. I think the thing that you're missing is that you being an artist doesn't stop. You don't replace your art. You just harvest what you're already doing to make a business that can fund your art. If you build enough audience to make an income from digital products or services that you offer. You don't need to take gigs you don't want, beg for bookings, try to finish that album fast. You stop relying on your art's output to be the fuel and engine for your business. You got an engine. You're the engine. You're the product. And if your product is strong enough, you'll build enough audience and products to give yourself the freedom to make the art that you actually want to create. And I think that making products actually make you a better artist. I think that by teaching, you learn better. By organizing your samples and your presets, your workflow benefits. When you try and systemize years of experience into one philosophy, you practice your own intellectual property, which will make your brand even more unique than anyone else out there. Now, just to wrap everything up. Firstly, please, oh please, don't have a business plan that's reliant on selling music. I wish that this will end up being a great passive income for you. You should have everything ready in order for it to happen, but don't rely on it as your business plan. Please, make music that you love and go play shows. Shows fuel you. Even if you start for free, build that leverage. Get your name out there, provide amazing experiences for anyone on the dance floor, and you'll get your fee increasing over time. If you're gonna stay on this hamster wheel of the old way of doing things within the music industry, do it, go all in, and know your worth. It's gonna take some time, but that's how you do it. Release, tour, increase. Just remember that even then, this business model with playing shows is still limited. And if you're into it, and hopefully I convinced you by now, join the creator economy. It doesn't matter where you are on the journey, consider that's the best business plan for you and go head in. The goal isn't to stop being an artist, it's to stop being broke. You're not just an artist and you're not just a performer, you're a one-person music business. If you want to make this thing work, know what you're working on. Don't stop making your art. Just make sure that you got an engine. You got a way to drive this vehicle, this brand that you're building, into financial freedom, into actually making this thing work for you. In the next few videos, I'm going to go deeper and deeper into how to actually build a one-person music business. But for now, if you want to join my newsletter for free, I talk about this subject there every week. And if you want help building this for your project, me and you can actually work together one-on-one and get you from point A to point B. Join my academy. There's a link in the description. And in any way, hopefully you understand how leverage works overall in the world, in the business world, and in our music industry. Make sure that when you work, you take the actions that give you the most leverage. Art is the thing you create. It's not the thing you produce. If you want to know the difference between creating and producing, go check out the video from last week. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.